if you can. I just want to
Yes,
ask him
you
if
can.
you've always been shitting your pants.
No.
Because since I've known you, you've always had like IBS. You've always been shitting yourself.
So for Ian, for example, like I would say trashy or trailer park would be one. Like untucked or like a bit unorganized and like simple.
Not that it matters, but the only reason why we changed or chose my name over his last name is because his last name is like just objectively ugly. It's just like an ugly last name. Like Washburn sounds horrendous.
We're poor.
Sorry.
We're poor. That's why we're in the basement for a third or fourth week in a row.
Before we get any deeper into this video, even though we just started, be sure to like and subscribe for the algorithm. Ian Jomha, also known as Ian Washburn because he took his toxic wife's last name after she decided that his name was too trashy for her, was known as iDubbbz on YouTube, and he has been on a downward spiral for the last 5 years. Anisa is the catalyst that exposed the hollow-skulled nature of iDubbbz. Before her OnlyFans debacle, he was a widely respected YouTuber who was known for pushing boundaries and being edgy. He was launched into YouTube superstardom through his content cop series that exposed the poor human nature and content of multiple big-name creators. He was a kingpin of the platform and a widely beloved figure. Then his girlfriend made an OnlyFans. He defended her amid people calling him a simp and saying that it's gross for a woman to be in a relationship to make an OnlyFans, and then iDubbbz became iCucks. The longer his relationship with Anisa lasted, the more dim-witted and spineless iDubbbz revealed himself to be. He eventually deleted all of his old content cop videos because he suddenly learned what it means to be empathetic, and then said that the people who enjoyed those videos, the same videos that helped him build a large portion of his audience, everyone who enjoyed those were losers and basement dwellers. Since then, iDubbbz and his alleged empathy have become prime examples in moral grandstanding. He has become nothing more than a moldy bread tuber. He pairs wherever his wife, aka his overlord and handler, wants him to. He wants to act morally superior because his wife is telling him to do so. Ian is beyond delusional. His wife wants him to be more like Hassan Piker in his orbiters, and then suddenly he backtracks on his previous pledge to not make more content cop videos simply to attack his friend of multiple years, Ethan Klein, aka H3H3 Productions. When I say that iDubbbz serves as a cautionary tale for men, this is one major part of that. Anisa has hurt him as a person, not just his online presence. He missed Max's wedding for Anisa getting a tattoo. Joji, a large musical artist with over 19 million monthly listeners on Spotify, scheduled his tour dates around this wedding just so he can go, but Anisa just needed to get inked up on that specific day, and so Ian put his wife's tattoos over his friend getting married, some of his closest friends at that. He threw away his friendship with H3 to appease his wife and some of the worst people the internet has ever given a platform to because Ethan dared to have a more nuanced take on Israel-Palestine than the professional villain Hassan Piker, and now Hassan and his bootlickers hate Ethan. Ian failed to be there for his friend's wedding just because his wife needed another tattoo, and he threw away another friendship just because his wife needed to be friends with these people and to appease them. Ian has no self-respect. No self-respecting man, no self-respecting person would stay with someone who has publicly humiliated them as often and as viciously as Anisa has to Ian. It's abhorrent. It's shameful. There is proof of Anisa cheating on previous boyfriends. I linked a video from another creator named iDubbbz in the description. One is proof of Anisa cheating on another one of her boyfriends in the past. Presentation of her questionable love life past. The clips from the H3 podcast with iDubbbz's former creator class trainers saying how Anisa said that she won by getting iDubbbz because although she didn't get someone of her religion, she got with someone who is rich, to which iDubbbz was being described as visibly uncomfortable by this statement. iDubbbz also has another video that's a 6-minute compilation of Anisa abusing Ian that is also linked in the description. Ian is one of the most notable examples of this perspective on relationships that is plaguing men in today's society. Ian's spinelessness, coupled with Anisa's parasitic nature, led to Ian pushing away his genuine friends and bending over to every whim that Anisa pushes on him. He got a girlfriend and threw away anyone who gave a real damn about him, and now he is defined by his wife and her control over everything in his life. His friendships, his career, he is wrapped around her finger. People have called iDubbbz a simp and a bunch of other things, all of which are accurate, but this is indicative of a larger cultural phenomenon. Too many men, once they get a girlfriend, put everything else to the wayside in a very unhealthy manner. You must cherish the woman that you're with. Yes, she should not be the only person in your life. Firstly, you need to have a relationship with Jesus Christ and walk with him daily. Secondly, you need to live in community with people. That's biblical and it's also just biological. We are created to be in community with one another. We are social creatures, and this community aspect of life is necessary. Conservatives, of which I am one, rightfully talk about the issues facing men. One such issue is the male loneliness epidemic. No one mentions this as a factor to the male loneliness epidemic, this idolization of romantic relationships being the end-all be-all for social lives of men. Dating culture and romance culture is so overbearing now because it is an expectation for your romantic relationship to be your only deep relationship in your life. It puts too much pressure on the woman you're with and vice versa. You need friends outside of your girlfriend, and you need to be intentional in pursuing and building those relationships. Your girlfriend is someone you should be dating to marry, and your wife is someone you should be partnered with and living your life with. Your girlfriend, your wife is not your emotional support dog. She is not your therapist. Date your friends. That sounds weird, but it's true. You should not only have a deep, intentional relationship with someone because of romantic interest. When you love someone, when you care about them, your actions toward them would reflect that. There's also another problem of men being afraid to get vulnerable and emotional with one another, and having a genuine emotional connection is seen as abnormal and even gay by some, and that's hella cringe. Yes, men have emotions. Again, this is acknowledged often by conservatives who mention the disproportionate amount of suicides that are men, yet there's no conversation around helping men manage and deal with their emotions. Instead, the response we're taught is to suppress it. Having deep male friendships is rare. According to the LA Times, more than 1 in 7 boys have no close friends. None. And you wonder why men struggle with mental health. It's because we're not taught how to lean on each other in our times of need. We're taught to suck it all up, and these issues are all intertwined. Don't throw away your friends once you get a girlfriend. It shouldn't be an expectation for men to become more distant from their friends once they get a girlfriend. It shouldn't be an expectation for women to become more distant from their friends once they get a boyfriend. Your girlfriend or boyfriend should be an incredibly important part of your life, but they shouldn't be the only part of your life. Don't be like iDubbbz. Keep your friends, love your friends, even when you have someone you're more than friends with. It's that simple. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you very much. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos in the future. It would mean a lot to me if you like and subscribe. And be sure to have a wonderful rest of your day. And remember that Jesus loves you.